Hello everyone and welcome to another Art of Pain video. So this video is going to combine two things. Earlier this month I was on a weird kind of mental quest for identity. I'm not exactly midlife, but if you want to call it a crisis, we can just call it a quarter life crisis, I guess. And I just really wanted to know, in the depths of my soul, who am I? You know? Am I a student? Am I a worker? Am I a girlfriend? Am I a mom? Am I my mother's daughter? Who am I? And it kind of led me down this mental rabbit hole here where if I ask people, and I actually did put the question up on my personal Facebook and just asked everybody on my friends list, if you had 3 words to describe yourself, what would they be? And a lot of people answered exactly how I expected. There were some nouns, mother, teacher, whatever, and they were mostly verbs and adjectives. And that is great. And I'm happy for everybody that participated because it was fuel to this crazy fire I started. But what is lacking, and would be not very easy to sum up in 3 words or less, is who we are in the in-between. And I tried to Google to see if a word like this existed, and I guess the closest thing I could find would be interim. That means temporary or in the meantime, not permanent, in between two states of whatever that may be. And that's probably the closest I could find, but it still does no justice to the epic chaos that was going on in my head. So, when we are not being a noun, when we're not working, when we're not, fulfilling motherly duties or spouse duties or friend duties or whatever, who are we in between? Who are you when you've had a bad day? You're on your way home from work. Are you going to put on a sad song and force yourself to cry to just let out all of these emotions? Are you absolutely pissed and you're going to play some angry songs and maybe yell at them? Maybe yell along with them, maybe scream in your car. Maybe you get your 3rd latte for the day because although you don't usually do this, you've had a really long day, you didn't get much sleep, and you deserve it. It's outside of the budget that you have set, and perhaps you're pretty strict with your budget and you're just like, you know what? Throwing my hands up, I need another latte. I was all of those people this month, all of them, sometimes at the same time. And it just brought me to this realization, I guess, this epiphany, that we can't be summed up. Humans are not two-dimensional. It is within our breath that we are human. It's how you treat one of your friends when they found out their parents died. It's what happens when you find out someone you died. It's everything and it's nothing. It's the attitude around how you feel about politics. It's what happens late at night at a party after most people have gone to bed. It's those circumstances in the interim where normal social regulations, I would say social protocols maybe, are not present. They don't really matter. Maybe that one time when your dad picked you up from school when you were sick and he let you sit in the front seat even though he knows your mom would kill both of you if they found out. Stuff like that, where it could be a good choice or it could be a bad choice. I'm not trying to paint this as simply negative, so please don't take that away. Just in between, when you are not doing something specifically with a specific purpose, who are you? And I think I still don't have an answer. I still don't have an answer because all I could really do myself was come up with verbs and nouns and adjectives, and nothing really felt right. I could have a strong sense of identity with my family, probably more so my mother's side, because I don't know my dad's side all that much. I do, but not like a lot. But most of my mother's side, I'm not exactly in touch with either. And I could base it off of what I do for work. I work in the education sector and I deal with just a bunch of stuff at work. Anyway, I could like paint it that way, or I could say, I'm just this crazy lady who likes to talk to people on the internet about her problems in hopes that other people will see it and feel better about themselves. I could be the mom who constantly feels guilty that she's not doing enough, and though I'm able to provide my daughter awesome experiences, most of the time I'm not there because I'm busy at work or at school or this or that. Just maybe she's out with her grandparents. Whatever the case may be, I still don't really know who I am. And although that does bother me a lot, I like things to have their place. People with BPD most of the time tend to be very black and white. Although gray is where we live. Gray is where we're human. Animals survive off of instinct. These are bred into them from generations and generations of learning better ways to deal with things. Humans are not on autopilot. I could change my mind 5 times today what I want my hair color to be, which, if you haven't noticed, it's red, but I'm not too happy. I want it to be more red, so we'll see what happens with that. And you just have these limitless possibilities of who you could be and who you want to be in any given situation. So my quest for identity then became this kind of amalgamation of all of this information to see who people are. And I can't put my finger on it. And although it's upsetting because I want an answer, maybe not everything has an answer. Maybe we are who we need to be in that time. Our gut reaction, the first thing we want to do, that's who we are. When we're at work and we're professional and we try to, go above and beyond because we like our employers, and that is also who you are. Maybe you don't eat dinner until 10:30 at night because after having work and then school, your daughter's still awake and you have to help her with 10 things for homework even though she should have been in bed already. That's also who you are. You are all of these things. So I don't want any of us to put ourselves in this little square. You are not meant to fit there. You're not. We are too big. We are too vibrant. We have too many choices to be put in a box. So don't allow yourself to do it, and don't allow other people to do it. You might be a stay-at-home mom who feels like that is all you ever do, but you still have other facets. Humans are multifaceted. We have so many things about us, and we can change and adapt at any given time. That's the only reason we're here now, is because through evolution, we have been able to learn better ways to do things. We're always improving. So even if you feel right now very stuck in a rut, maybe you're not having much of a social life, maybe work is insane and you're working crazy hours and you just want a moment to relax and you can't yet, just hold on. Things will get better. And in the meantime, however you choose to deal with any of the stresses bothering you are also part of who you are. So let's make sure that we're making good habits. Let's make sure that we're not replacing this loneliness or this anger or anxiousness into a box and healing it by crapping on ourselves. Let's stop doing that. Let's just stop. That goes for me too. Let's just stop doing that. It's not beneficial. And just realize that we are kind of amazing. Humans in general are amazing. Okay? We can do incredible things with our minds, with our bodies. We We are too much too much to fit in a box. So don't put yourself in one either. And if you have ever had a kind of soul-searching, identity discovering quest, let me know. This was a video that I wasn't really sure how to approach because there was so many things I could put in here. I've done too much research and I've thought about this every day for like 3 weeks. So I'm so sorry for the word vomit today, but embrace who you are, even if they don't like it. You have to live with you at the end of the day, and as long as you are proud of you, that's all that we can hope for. That is all any of us can hope for. Even if you had a bad day today, tomorrow is another chance. 10 minutes from now is another chance. If you're still awake, there is more time to make different decisions and to adapt. Alright? This is a great talk, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And this is Mandolin signing off from The Art of Pain.